So phase 2 exercises are the functional movement exercises, and the first exercise is keeping the bar balanced in the hand with the injured wrist. So this is the left hand wrist. And so seen on the PowerPoint, you can see this exercise, and this will help the stability and strengthening of the wrist. It needs the athlete to concentrate and work the wrist lightly without putting too much stress on it. A regression is a lighter bar, ensuring not too much stress being put onto the wrist, and a progression is a heavier bar. However, it needs to ensure it's not too heavy because this could cause the injury to get worse. A heavier bar makes the tendons and bones strengthen in the wrist even more. The athlete should do 4 sets of these and hold each rep for 10 seconds with 10 seconds rest in between 4 sets. So going on to the second exercise, and this is wrist flex. So as seen on the picture, the wrists are being flicked with the fingers using a ball, and a regression is doing this without a ball. However, the ball does add pressure and gains strength in the wrist. The control of the ball also helps the stability of the exercise, and 3 sets of 10 reps with 10 seconds rest should be done. So the third exercise for phase 2 is wrist circles, and seen in the picture, it can increase the range of motion and the stability of the wrist, and for this a ball can be held, and this works on the grip for the athlete. For a progression, the circles can speed up, and they can be done in a range of movement, big and small. Whereas a regression for the athlete to do smaller, slower circles, as this reduces pressure and stress on the wrist. And the athlete will do 4 sets of 15 seconds and have a 10-second break in between. So now going on to phase 3, which is the strengthening phase. And the first exercise is resistant band flex, and this improves the strength and mobility. So a progression is doing this with a weighted bar, which helps the stability and to regress. So let's go on to the picture quick. So as you can see here, you can do it with a bar, which can be weighted, which helps with stability, and to regress, do the movement, however, without the resistance band, and then once comfortable, add a lighter resistance band, and then you can build up the resistant band strength. Also shown in the picture is the extra regression with weights, which builds up strength using tension. And then for this one, 10 reps, 4 sets, and 10 seconds break in between. The second exercise is squeezing a tennis ball, which helps strengthen the tendon, muscles, and bones in the hand as well as the wrist. And this can help gain back the grip before the injury happened, and the athlete will recommend to do 4 sets, 10 reps, and with 10 seconds break in between. So now going on to phase 4, the final phase, and this is sport specific. So we're going to start off with bear crawls, and this is sport specific as they need to rely on their body weight and their muscles to control the movement and get them through the movement phases of the exercise. So as you can see, there's 3 different phases to this exercise, 1, 2, and 3. And the body weight puts pressure on the wrist joint, helping strengthen it and prepare the athlete to go back to their training. It's an aerobic exercise which helps them improve their speed, and this is important as many competitions for this athlete for rock climbing will include them needing to get up the wall as quickly as possible. They should do 7 sets of 15 seconds and have a 20-second rest in between. So the second exercise is rotating climbing wall, and this helps the athlete go back into an environment which is similar to a real life setting for that athlete. The rotating walls are quite close to the ground, so if the athlete did fall off, there wouldn't be an injury due to the impact being so low. As well as this, they have a soft landing and are advised to wear helmets as well. This wall can be sped up or slowed down, so this can be the progression and regression. And if breaks are needed, the athlete can easily take breaks because it's easy for them to stop the climbing wall. This is a very good sport-specific wall, as the wall can lean forwards and backwards, so if the wall's leaning forward, it will make it easier because the wall will be flatter, so they won't have to be reliant on the muscles in their wrists so much. However, if it is leant back, then this is a progression because it will make it harder because they'll have to use extra strength to prevent gravity from pulling them down. So I recommend that this athlete does the climbing wall for 20-minute sessions. However, I want them to do this multiple times a week until you can finally get into outdoors climbing and bouldering again. So the final exercise is push-up variations. And so this is shown on the PowerPoint here. And these will use the athlete's body weight to strengthen the joint as well as put a lot of pressure into it. As well as this, it increases the flexibility of the joint because it is moving in lots of different directions, which will be needed within bouldering because they have to reach, hold and grip rocks at different angles. So, as seen in the picture, the original is the athlete doing a normal press up. However, a regression is for them to do lazy press ups, which means that their knees are on the floor, and this reduces the amount of pressure and strength on the wrist. A progression is a press up, however, on the athlete's fingertips, which puts more stress onto the joint, increasing the pressure. Another progression is one hand being raised onto a bench, however one on the floor, and the different angles of the two hands and the different heights makes it more difficult and also reflects the hands being at different heights when bouldering or climbing. It also helps with balance because the athlete will have to ensure that their weights are evenly distributed from hand to hand. Another progression is doing the exercise on a ball, which helps with the balance again, and this is needed for things such as bouldering when you're not supported with a harness. The exercise will be done for 5 sets of 6 reps with 15 seconds rest in between. That's all.